but also when the sun goes down, there's beautiful restaurants, place where you can let loose, dance. Potts is a great dancer. Seen a lot in the past.
Oh, Joe, you're a funny guy.
Pro surfing at times.
I'm too tired from surfing all day, man.
Oh, we've been mind surfing with the world's best. It's been amazing to look at what we've seen go down today. We got our first perfect 10.
We did.
That was from Lakey Peterson. Kelly Slater looking for a huge run at a 12th world title as he takes on Nat Young, coming from the trials this year. He's up just a quick carve and they're out. Nat got a 3.5 on his opener. Kelly's out again, so they're just searching for something to get going here. So he lived through that change going to top 2. So we see what Nat did on this one.
Oh, big snap in the pocket right there. And trying to milk this one all the way through the inside. So Nat Young is going to have to go to maneuvers. Kelly's going to probably look for a couple little barrels. But Nat looking sharp. He wants back on, that's for sure.
Nat's looking at this wave, but it's Kelly's turn if he wants it. Sets up his first rail hook. Slater looking clean. Will torque it real quick in the pocket. It's got a great inside track and a ton of momentum. Hard off the bottom, hits it under the lip. Driving out in front. A big wrapping cutback. He'll hang on, pull into the barrel, and he ends up out the back. So Kelly's best wave so far. Needed a 4.57 to take the lead. Kelly Slater surfed over 1,000 heats at the championship tour level over the years. As we see the replay of that opening hook, like you said, Potts board looking solid. How'd you like the second move?
Well, I'll tell you what, watch this, see how the board glides. Look at that, it's just absolutely drifting perfectly over the water, jams it in the pocket. You know, you've got to have a board right now, especially in these conditions, that you can really hook it round in these really tight sort of sections. So Kelly looking like he's on the right equipment, that's for sure.
Yeah, my sister went out and absolutely smashed it, and yeah, it was been fun waves all day, and yeah, was happy to get a good in that heat. And Michelle's a really good surfer, and I was kind of a little bit bummed when I missed that wave at the end, but in the end he didn't get the score, so I was happy.
Things worked out. One thing that didn't work out, you have a casualty, broke a board out there, creased it in 2 places. Was that a special board? You got some backups? Give me an equipment update.
Yeah, that was my best board. The board I just rode at the end then is the exact copy of it. It goes the exact same, so quite happy I still have this one. Definitely a little bit bummed that I broke it, but you know, I've still got this board and I've still got backups. So.
And I can't think of another event where we had 3 siblings win their heats at the championship tour level.
Yeah.
And during that interview, you were getting pretty excited with the start of this wave for Nat Young.
Yeah, Nat Young absolutely went to town on this one. Just some beautiful turns to kick things off. Now he finds that inside section. Nat Young snaps it off the top. And on his way to a great score, but then does that. And that's going to be Nat Young, really. He, you know, fell off tour last year because of that very, very situation. So, especially up against someone like Kelly, you can't afford to make those kind of mistakes, Joe.
And it's just not Nat Young. He doesn't fall. He never used to fall in his rookie year. He finished in the top 10. Last year he had some awkward finishing moves that he didn't pull off, and he's aware of him. He'll look at it, look at the tape, and try to fix it. Kelly's up now. Cut back to slide, one of his signature moves he's performed at Snapper Rocks for about 20 years. Throws out another version of it, now into a speed float, right into the flats, over the roof again. Now he'll jam it off the top, climbs the inside corner, and he'll finish solid.
The high-scoring heats, one guy runs away with it. It's kind of boring. I like these sort of heats where surfers build momentum and they start building their scores. Kelly knows he's got to get that lead back and just keep putting the pressure on Nat Young. Kelly just jamming. You talk about that snap to slide. He's got that absolutely down, up and over the section, and again through the lip. Now watch this one right here. He does another one. Snap, slides the tail out, and the agility right there to finish that last maneuver off. You know, in his mid-40s and surfing like a spring chicken.
Really impressive to see his control at 45, turning in a 7.0 for this ride. Where did the 7 come from? Where was the money turn here?
Just a variety, Joe. I think just the whole wave put together. You know, I think you know, there was not really one maneuver that stood out. I think it was just the concession, the rapid fire, just the you know, from one to the next
than he's ever seen before. Back to action here with Kelly Slater. Late takeoff. He'll pull into the barrel, and he found the exit out the back. Now he's got a little bit of downtime to work with. Keeps that flow with a couple of fading turns. wraps it, and he wants this low road to start spinning for him. Hits it vertically, now wraps it again. So filling in the gaps well to go the distance on the inside. Another drawn out roundhouse cut back with a tight rebound. He's going to push back to the source one more time. Drills the rebound section, but he ends up out the back.
Along with everything else the guy does, I mean, he's a super freak, but a nice little wave right there, just trying to better his score. 5.17 is what he's looking for. Look at this beautiful positioning right there, and underneath the priority of Nat Young, so that's even going to rub salt into the wound for Nat. Score's dropping for him, but you know, watch this wave. Once it dies out, he keeps going to town, and that board just fires for him straight up through the lip. Watch this cut back right here. Zap! All the way back into the white water, and again, watch the rail work right here from Kelly Slater. All the way around, bangs it off the top. I mean, that was absolutely sweet as, and Kelly Slater looking sharp right here. Scores dropping for that last wave, and it's going to improve his situation.
Back-to-back scores in the 7 range for Kelly to increase his lead. And behind that wave that Kelly was on, Nat Young took a look at this one.
Yeah, Nat Young on his backhand now. He's in a situation looking for a 7.86. Realizing that wasn't going to do it. He needed something with a bit more vertical face to get that big backside hook going.
I believe 8th in the world.
8th in the world, right, there you go. So, you know.
Watching Nat again. Remember, he lost priority on that last one, so Kelly can take this wave. Kelly feeling this thing is going to grow down the line. It's already starting to bottom out on the sandbank, going for the alley-oop. Extends it off the top. It's a flyaway.
You know, with the world's best on it, it's going to be a great show.
Minute 15 on the clock. Nat Young makes a move with priority, and he wants this wave to grow. He needs a 7.86 to take out Kelly. Starts off solid. Whips it vertically again. Now hammers it off the lip, slams on the brakes, and packs the barrel. He'll make it out through the inside corner. Late hit on the float, gets out of there as he was chasing down a 7.86, now down to 45 seconds to go.
What do you think, Joe? I'm not feeling it. A couple of nice turns, you know, good technique to get in and out of the barrel. Just wasn't big, open, wide enough. Let's have a look at the replay and analyze it. Nat Young using his priority. He had to go, didn't he? He had to do something. He's running out of time. Just a bit of downtime there. Didn't quite get that around that section quick enough, but a couple of beautiful turns. Didn't quite connect that one. Off the bottom, snap, and then right here, hits the brakes, pulls in. I mean, that was tough. It was a really tricky little section to pull into, and then kicks out. So a 7.86, that is a huge score that is required by Nat Young.
Still with some time on the clock, Kelly's going to get a final wave to score for this heat. An absolute hanger off the lip, but he ends up going down right at the horn as we stand by for scores for the outcome of round 2, heat number 2. Numbers come in for Nat Young, a 6.77, not enough. Kelly Slater survives round 2 and moves on to the 3rd round of competition at the Quiksilver Pro Gold Coast.